Well, hello, speedsters. Welcome back to another video. And there's about three pieces of information that I'm sharing with you today. And yes, I'm sorry for the weird intro. It's just sometimes necessary. Today, guys, we're getting our first look at Sherloque Wells. And if you don't know who he is, or you don't know what the heck is going on when I'm talking about that, maybe you need to watch this video up here. I've done a whole video on who is Sherloque Wells, or at least everything we know about him so far. So be sure to check that video out. But we've also got a casting for Caitlin Snow's father. I've also done a video on that as well, so that will be in the cards. And also we've got a casting for Ragdoll. So before we break down what the heck is going on with these castings and the photo of Sherloque Wells, be sure to subscribe to this channel if you're brand new for more Flash and DC TV and nerdy content just like this. And of course, if you do go on to enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button. It only takes 2 seconds of your time and it freaking helps me out. It seriously does. First of all, I think I want to start off with the picture of Tom Cavanagh looking fantastic as always as Sherloque Wells. And I think this is a pretty cool photo. There's not too much to take from this. I just thought I would share it with you guys because, you know, it is our first little teaser for the new Harry, or Harrison Wells, if you will. Not Harry, of course not. I think most of us can agree that we all really, really like any kind of Wells. Well, I know some of you didn't like HR, but I personally liked each Wells for their, you know, each different reason, whatever. And I'm looking forward to see what Sherloque brings to the team because, you know, what I mentioned in my Sherloque Wells breakdown video, or at least what we knew so far, is that Tom Cavanagh said he may or may not be trusted all the time and stuff like that. So it's going to be really interesting to see a slightly more controversial Wells to the team, if that makes sense. So obviously this is going to create a bit more drama. And I'm not saying like we need a, oh, is he secretly evil kind of thing like that again. But, you know, it's going to bring a bit more drama to the show. He's not going to be a straight shooter like Harry was now. I know Harry's presented trouble from time to time, but without going off on a freaking Wells tribute freaking, I don't know, speech. This is the picture, and I quite like it. He looks dashing. He's got like a pocket watch, I believe, going into his waist jacket. God damn it. He's got a little goatee going on there. He's looking up to the sun and leaning against the boat saying, I am Sherloque Wells. No, he looks cool, guys. I don't really know what much more to say about this. I mean, I don't believe we know anything more. He just looks pretty cool. And I don't know how long he's going to stick around for. Will we see the Council of Wells again? Will Sherloque Wells be consistent throughout the season on top of people like Harry? I mean, I think depending on how it goes, who knows what he's going to be like with the team. I think in terms of fixing Nora's mistakes and how he's, you know, going to be Sherloque Wells after all, and he might be going more a bit selfish after finding out stuff about the case, maybe not necessarily sharing it with the team, maybe just selfishly doing something against the team's wishes to make a break on the case if he's anything kind of like the, you know, the name suggests, Sherlock, as in, you know, Sherlock Holmes, like for those who don't know. And now, guys, in a flash, anybody? We're moving on to the casting for Caitlin Snow's father, aka Dr. Thomas Snow, and he has been casted, I don't know, please help, as Kyle Secor from The Purge and other things. I'm personally not mega familiar with his work, but, you know, it looks like he could play a Dr. Thomas Snow. I'm sure he's going to be decent. Anyway, this is coming from Entertainment Weekly, and if you aren't so up to date, or if you've kind of need a little bit of a refresher for your brain, Dr. Thomas Snow is an extremely intelligent geneticist who has been MIA for decades. Upon returning to Central City, he will try his best to make up for lost time with Caitlin. But what Caitlin doesn't know is that Thomas is hiding a big secret, because he wouldn't be a new Arrowverse character without one. I like how they kind of added that one on there. I'm pretty sure they did anyway. Anyway, guys, going a little bit back, if you remember Caitlin, when she got touched by freaking Cecile, and obviously we all know about Cecile's freaking powers, she tapped into the killer frost that was still within her, and she was like, Thomas has always been here the whole time. And then I was like, what? And then with that combined with the flashback of the meta-human powers of Killer Frost decades before the particle accelerator, it's all been a bit like very like what the heck is going on. So in my previous video, which, you know, is in the cards above, when I was just talking about this, I was expressing how excited I am for Killer Frost's, or should I say Caitlin's arc. Caitlin's always been I've always liked Caitlin. I haven't like found her boring as and I say boring because a lot of people have found her boring. I've seen a lot of complaints like that, but I've always quite liked her, and I'm really excited for her arc. I mean, I think anyone or a lot of people are now, because this is a lot of mystery. She's going to be going after her powers. She's going to be obviously going after Thomas after finding out that he's freaking alive. I can't wait to see the conversation. It's like, Dad, thought you were dead. Oh, you probably gave me these powers as well. What? But anyway, this is what Todd Helbing had to say about what Caitlyn will be doing about finding out her powers and if she will go to Thomas or Carla, her mother, first, because obviously, you know, Caitlyn's mother, how could we forget about her? Carla is the one she goes to first for answers. You're going to learn about what role her mother played in all of this, and there is that mysterious premonition that Cecile had at the end of last year about Thomas. So you're going to learn about exactly who he is and how he plays into the season and Caitlyn and Killer Frost, and really just that whole mystery about where she comes from and how she was created is explained. So guys, I'm super duper hyped about that. It is a big mystery after all, and mysteries are always like always interesting, but you know, people were saying that Arrowverse was doing a bit too much of the mysteries, but I'm kind of missing them. I want them back. Not necessarily about who the freaking hell is this under that cowl, a different kind of mystery. Who is Caitlyn? How did she get her powers? Not who is Caitlyn. We kind of know who Caitlyn is, but do we? Do we? But joking aside, I'm excited for this, as you can tell. Are you excited for it? Are you excited for who's been cast? Kyle Secor as Dr. Thomas Snow. I'm sorry if I've butchered that. Secor. Now, some of you may know, or some of you may not know, that Ragdoll, the DC Comics villain, will be coming to The Flash in episode 5, I believe, and we've also got casting news for that as well. Now, this is coming from TV Line, and they say that a classic DC Comics supervillain is coming to The Flash, and he's sure to leave Barry and company bent out of shape. TV Insider has learned exclusively that America's Got Talent alum and contortionist Troy James has been tapped to play Peter Merkel, aka Ragdoll, in the 5th episode of the upcoming season 5. Now, personally, guys, if you know who Ragdoll is and what some of his abilities are, if you know who Troy James is, who I wasn't really familiar with before, but because I don't really watch freaking America's Got Talent, sometimes I see the highlights, but you know what I mean. I missed out on this guy anyway, but if you go and check out his stuff, the stuff he can do, like how he bends backwards and sideways and stuff like that, it is remarkable. And I think, obviously, they're going to be saving a lot of money with this guy because they're not going to have to CGI stuff. He will literally be a literal real-life Ragdoll, and he'll probably be playing a lot more weirder. Obviously, he's going to have quite an interesting look. Maybe, you know, reminiscent of that to the comics, depending on what, like, kind of look, because there has been a couple of different versions. But honestly, guys, check out what you can do. I'll leave a link in the description below to a YouTube video, probably the one from America's Got Talent. This guy is really, 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 like, sick of what he does as well, so definitely check it out. But let me know, of course, as well, guys, if you think that this casting is great. I think it's a no-brainer. Obviously, they would have hired potentially somebody who can do stuff like this, but this guy probably was born to play this role for this very reason. Screw it. I'm just gonna freaking show a clip, very quick one, just so you can see what I mean. So yeah, Ragdoll's creepy. This guy's creepy. Could you imagine that Exorcist type crap, like on the floor, like doing that Ragdoll style? Like, I don't need to go on. You can imagine it. Episode 5, I hope they kind of actually do keep it creepy. Because why not? Like, it would do really well for that kind of episode, and he would definitely fit that tone. But as I said, let me know what you think down in the comments below. But other than that, guys, that is kind of everything I've got to go over in this video. There was some recent awesome and incredible news about this year's crossover event that is, you know, happening in December. Check out that video. It's going to be in the cards as well. I think that's like 3 videos you guys can check out from this video. It's about Superman and Lois Lane coming to the crossover. I cannot wait for that. There's just so much realm for opportunity with what they can do with this crossover now. Seeing the Flash and Superman together, Lois Lane, what's she going to be like in live action? I go over that in yesterday's video, so be sure to check that out. But other than that, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like on it if you did enjoy it. If you're brand new and you got this far, why not subscribe? Links, as always, are in the description down below. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.